Y'all better watch out for this new generation. This mother is beyond correct. Because today I witnessed something beyond the Sephora kid trend. Like, this was next level, and for a moment I was terrified. These iPad kids, these Gen Alpha, they are something to witness when you're out in the wild. As a Gen Z who's been working in childcare and nannying for the better part of a decade, and I'm always available, of course, if you need me, I have seen many things in my day, but today I was truly left speechless by what I witnessed. So since they've raised all the prices, I go to the nail salon every 4 weeks now instead of 3, and it's really like my one vice. The one thing that I go, I pay for it, and then I cry a little bit later, but it's fine because this is the last thing left on my payroll that I do for me, essentially. And I drive out to Edina to get it done because I live in Minnesota, and if you know anything about Minnesota, Edina is just like the trust fund spoiled adult capital of the state. But they know how to do nails, and I always go in the middle of the week because there's not usually a lot of people around, obviously. However, I forget that school has let out now, so nowhere is safe. So as I'm sitting there getting my nails done, in walks 3 Gen Alpha girls, and I'm shocked at first because they're very small. They look like they're like 9 years old. They're dressed head to toe in Lululemon tracksuits, and one of them was wearing one of those white Fox tracksuits. Just things that I and most of us as people will never be able to afford at the age we are, let alone when we were like 9-10 years old. And they're also carrying grocery bags from the expensive grocery store full of snacks that they are plowing through. And they check right in to get their nails done. Only the one girl is getting her nails done that day because the other ones all already have their nails done. And she sits down and she's talking up a storm immediately. She goes, "Today, are we doing gel or dip? Because I want to do dip. I think it's better. I have a dance competition in Florida that we're traveling to next week. And, like, I need these to be straight." Like, she just knows. Like, this is not her first time at the rodeo. She's talking about how she's been here before, of course. The other girls with their nails, again, adorably done, sit down and they pull out like super goop products and like the most expensive stuff from Sephora you've ever seen, and they're sitting there just like doing full skincare right next to her. Like, these are the girls, you know, they go home and they have like just shelves full of that elephant whatever skincare product that I simply can't afford, so I don't even know the name of it. And at some point, one of them lets it slip that they're in the 5th grade, which confirms they are either 10 or 11 years old, peak Gen Alpha, not a parent in sight also, like they're just running rampant in the city. Which is wild, because like when I was 10 years old, I was barely allowed to bike down to the candy store half a mile away and back. But I digress. At a certain point, one of their mothers comes in and she's just like the most glamorous lady I've ever seen. It all makes perfect sense, of course, right? And she goes, "I don't actually have any cash on me, so I'm just going to leave you the credit card and just make sure you don't lose it." She's leaving a credit card with a 10-year-old. And the second she walks out that door, that 10-year-old goes and turns to her friend and she goes, "You guys, I got mom's credit card." And these girls are gossiping a little bit, you know, like girls do. They're chatting up a storm. Also with everyone in the nail salon, they're just having a good time. I feel like I'm witnessing an episode of like 90210 or like Real Housewives of Orange County 9-year-old edition. 10-year-old, sorry. They're 10. And spoiled rich kid aspect aside, the things I really enjoyed about watching this was, one, they're very well communicated for 10, 11-year-olds. Like, they came in, they sat down, they told the tech exactly what they wanted, like politely and respectfully, and they got exactly what they asked for. And 2, they were very like social and polite. Like, they were chatting up a storm with every older lady, myself included, in the nail salon. And to attest to this previous creator's points, I mean, look at this. Those are 2 completely different nails, and I just said everything was fine and walked away because I didn't want to ruffle any feathers. Gen Alpha would have never allowed that to happen. I should have had those girls request they fix it for me. But it was interesting to see that you can like completely spoil your kids absolutely rotten and still raise them to be like really well-behaved and decent people, at least out in public. And also, how do I get on that family's payroll? I'm more than available.